Hello, everybody. So glad you're here. I've got some more doom and gloom, and I'm sorry about that. But this is the real news. This isn't something I made up. What I'm sorry about is that the legacy media doesn't cover this kind of stuff. So if you like this kind of information, hit the like button. If you want to keep it coming, hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to miss one, hit the bell. I would really appreciate that. And it's just great. And get in the comments. Salt of the earth is in there, I promise. Okay. The title is Social Credit Brazilian Style. The thumbnail came off the article, the baby monster with the medication device apparatus. It's kind of freaky. But that's off the Zero Hedge article. You can check it out in the description. It'll be there. All UBI recipients must be medicated. This is what the CBDCs are being used for. And anything else the government wants to, centralize and push on their people. This is pretty wild. Globalist. Wait a minute. Newly selected socialist globalist Lula da Silva just decreed that the Bolsa Family program will require family members to be vaccinated. All of them, even your kids. Now, the Bolsa Family program is pretty much the welfare in Brazil at the moment, if I understand right. Now, this is a quote from Lula. I don't know if this is a man, woman, or what their gender pronoun is, but, quote, "We can't play it's a question of science. If I have 10 medications to take, I will take all that is necessary." This person has really drank the Kool-Aid. Lula says Brazilians can receive financial aid only if you have been medicated, all of you. UBI is considered by many to be beneficent and inevitable. The emergence of central bank digital currencies initiatives in nearly every nation on earth clearly signals the direction it's going. And I took the liberty of going over to a Canadian white paper and put some of what they said in here about this recovery of lost funds. I was thinking, how is that going to help anything? But check it out. An inconvenient aspect of physical cash is that it can be lost, and there is no way to recover it. We consider a potential feature to solve this problem for offline digital cash an expiration date, automate personal loss recovery. With this feature enabled, digital cash could be spent after its expiration date. So if you lose it and it expires, you don't get to spend it. I don't know where the happy side of that is, but they should try another one, okay? They're not very good salesmen on that side. Okay, the real reason CBDCs will have expiration dates is to stimulate money velocity and keep recipients dependent. I agree. All right, anti-hoarding features. So they're going to punish you for saving money, pretty much. Saving for the future is being rebranded as hoarding. It has become officially unfashionable because personal savings reduces the dependency on the state. We should all be out of debt as much as possible. It is a feeling I hope everybody watching this video experiences, and I was able to buy some land because I was out of debt and I could just go over there and buy it from some people that didn't get along, and I was able to just take care of it and move on with life. Now I own the property next to me, which you usually only have one time in your life to do. So, that's why I'm always talking about get out of debt, guys. Then you can really do something. If you're in credit card debt, do your best to get out of it. The easiest mechanism for achieving this will be through negative interest rates on savings accounts. This is the IMF white paper. Quote, "A world with lower inflation and even zero inflation and no persistent recessions." Well, doesn't that sound lovely? Sounds so heartwarming. By transitioning to an electric money standard, that's the first time I've heard that one, electric money standard. This will empower central banks to quickly restore full employment and over the medium term, possibly moving toward targeting full price stability with zero inflation. So we're going to get free money with zero inflation. That's awesome. Step number 1, they're going to have to get it adopted. An electronic money standard will have to be adopted, and then it will be implementing a time-varying interest rates. So adoption, implementing these time-varying interest rates, Then, as the interest rates on cash moves in line with the official policy rates, there is no arbitrage between cash and money in the bank. Once the money printers fire back up, this is where we're headed. This is the best part. Total information awareness. So when you get your CBDC and you go to spend it, they'll know exactly where it's being spent. I've made several videos about this. I'll put one up here. Once it's digitized in a centralized database, remember that, centralized. Do what I say because I say, don't do as I do. And it trickles down and, take your money as they want to. Everything becomes known to the central authorities instantly. Taxation can be applied per transaction, but more interestingly, prices can be also modified on the fly. If you're behind on your property taxes or income taxes, or have an unpaid fine, they could simply just enable a rolling garnish on your wallet until it's paid off. Most likely, there will at some point arise an emergency. That's what I look for the CBDC to be fully installed. Some kind of an emergency that will make it necessary for the people in charge to flip the switch. Sorry, we're doing this whether you like it or not. By the way, get medicated. Number 4, the social credit system. All right, so just think of the Freedom Convoy. I've just got a few things highlighted here I'm going to talk about. So you remember the Freedom Convoy. I just got back from Canada. Best people ever. Ran into some crazy good like-minded people. Love you guys. But if you're part of the Freedom Convoy, think about it. All they have to do is say, okay, the guy in that truck has this phone. Make sure it's him. Analyze his face. Cut his wallet off. Just like that. That's what we're looking at. This is the world we're moving into. The Thunderdome has facial recognition. It's tied to your social credit score. Your social credit score is tied to your UBI or your universal basic income or your digital currency, and they'll just shut it off. Medicine ports, I've been doing really good by not saying the V word, have already been weaponized in China. Brazil is doing it with their UBI program, and widespread social credit and control systems being a part of the plumbing. And let's not forget the never-ending rolling climate crisis. The social credit systems built into the CBDCs will be used to enforce. So now you can, they're going to do these carbon credits, your carbon footprint. We're going to roll all that in with your social credit. And then we'll judge on what kind of UBI you get and what we're going to do with your CBDCs as you show us what you're going to do. And if you give to the wrong people, like the Freedom Convoy, or you do anything outside of what they, the central powers that be, say is good, you could be, fined to death or just cut off completely. Last but not least, the carbon footprint tracking. I'm actually going to roll a video this was straight off the WEF. I'm trying to watch those guys to try to broadcast little snippets so you'll kind of know what they're up to. So roll the video.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one. Later.